Okay, your Freestyle Rope 2.5 or 1.5, they come with one handle already on the cord. You'll notice inside of the cord there is a bushing. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a large bushing inside that's going to allow for the cord to swivel inside of the handle. And we've already crimped off one end, so you're just going to leave this end as is. The rope itself is 11 feet long, way too long. So when you cut this down, what I suggest is that you tie 2 knots in the cord. This cord loves knots. The idea is that we can quickly adjust our rope with these knots. If you notice when I take it out, the cord is just fine. So I put 2 knots in the cord. And so when you measure, what you want to do is you want to stand on the rope with 2 feet and bring your handle to about your armpit, the top of it. And then the other side you can hold and kind of have the cord in the same spot. So here I am holding where the cord meets the handle, and then this would be the other end. So this is going to make your rope long enough, right? So we never need to go longer than this. So when you find this spot that you want to cut, you just get your wire cutters and you're going to give it a snip, and then you put the other handle on. So the other handle and the large bushing goes on next, okay? And then you want to crimp this off. And so let me just grab my crimps. So we ship you 3 crimps in addition to the 1 crimp that's already on the other end. So you basically have 3 tries to do this. You shouldn't need more than 1, but then you're going to have 2 backup crimps. So let's put this little crimpy on here. So we just get this crimp on the end here, and crimping tool, you just take a little end of it, you crimp it down, crimp it again, and there you go. You can always look at the crimp the side that we crimped for reference on how to crimp it, but now it's nice and snug. So what you have done now is you have a jump rope with 2 knots, and it's to your armpits. So it's a perfect length. Should you want to take those knots out at some point, which I don't advise, you never know how you're going to feel in a workout, out of a workout, when you're going to be adjusting your form. So these knots are great. Like I said, when you're done training for the day, just take them out. This material was made to take these knots so we can quickly adjust our ropes on the fly. Okay, the beaded freestyle rope. The beaded freestyle rope comes with 2 handles, an 11-foot cut of braided cord. We ship you the rope with 1 end already on the cord. And so what you're gonna see is a knot, just a simple knot. And then inside of the system is actually 2 bushings. And so we have a big one that goes in first, and then the small one. So those 2 bushings are going to allow for the rope, the braided cord, to smoothly rotate inside of the handle, which is good. So adjusting this one, just like we would adjust the freestyle ropes, the 1.5 and the 2.5, very similar style. We're going to just take the other end of the cord, we're going to add the other handle, and we'll add the 2 bushings, big bushing, then small bushing. So we take the big bushing and then the small bushing. And so this rope is really long, it's 11 feet. And so what I suggest is that you ballpark, I would go about 2 feet down and I would tie a knot, okay? So you're gonna have a lot of cord sticking out of your handle. So do you see this? So I have this rope, there's no beads on it yet, but what I suggest is that you ballpark kind of where you think you're going to start with this thing. So I'm going to step on 2 feet. With me just ballparking the 2 feet, my handles have come to my armpit. So this is actually a pretty good size. So what I would do here next is from the knot, I would add probably about 1 foot. And I would measure about 1 foot out just to have some length. You want to make sure the rope is too long rather than too short. You're going to take a lighter, and I'm just kind of holding this braided cord tightly, and I'm gonna burn it. So, and here I am. So the burning is just cutting the cord and give it a little cool down, and then you wanna just kind of grab it and push it all together. So by burning the cord like this, you're not gonna have any fraying. It's just gonna be nice and tight. So Now that you have the right size rope, you can add all your beads. Typically what we're seeing, if you're about 5'7", 5'8", it is about 86 beads. I know that sounds really specific. And about 100 to 105 beads as you get taller and taller. So what we want to see by the end of it, when you've put all your beads on your rope, you want to have about 3 or 4 inches of space on each side. So you can take beads away or add beads as you're adjusting your rope down. But again, this rope has the knots inside. It's okay that there's tails. You can just kind of tuck those in. Totally okay. So just take in and out those knots. Just make sure those bushings are there and your rope is going to spin just fine.